HYLN's earnings is coming up this week, and based on what I'm seeing, I think the primary focus is going to be on this new contract coming in because it's positive news. There's more money, there's more work to do, and this is for their 8K that they released, and total contract is approximately 42 million. They're going to deliver a 2 megawatt and 3 megawatt power generation unit to the Office of Naval Research, and work is expected to be completed by July of 2029. And my opinion is that if you're looking to get rich quick off of this stock based on the July 2029 date, that's 3 years away. So it's going to require more patience, which people will be frustrated in, but it is what it is. Now they've did 3 press releases related to this new contract. They're awarded $41.7 million. It provides development, design, testing, and delivery of a 2 megawatt and 3 megawatt power generation system for the Office of Naval Research, and it said that they're going to release additional information regarding the contract shortly. And here's another press release that they did. HYLN successfully demonstrates multiple Carno power modules operating as a single scalable power plant. During the test, 200 kilowatt units automatically shared changing electrical loads while maintaining stable power delivery. So if you're going to deliver a 2 megawatt unit, that would be 10 of the 200 kilowatt units. And they did 2 of those 10. And that would be what's called a minimal viable product, just to show it's feasible. And they did a press release based on this. And it says the test supports HYLN's development of a standardized 800 kilowatt building block and larger 2.4 megawatt and 3.2 megawatt power plant configurations. So they're kind of trying to shimmy into, in what looks like, in my opinion, the AI space. And they're going to have to navigate around something related to this AI space. But Thomas is good, in my opinion, of answering questions around kind of topics like that. And then there's also questions of, like the base 200 kilowatt unit, what the status of. I see people asking about that. And like, for example, you have, this is a video from their power density video. And it shows a drone going over this HYLN's outdoor testing facility, and people could be like, well, what's the status of the EV charging stuff? But that's not where the money's at. The money is, in my opinion, is with this defense contract that they're focusing on. And it doesn't make sense to put an EV charger on an unmanned vessel. So they're not focusing on that. They're focusing on these O&R contracts. And another, this is another picture from the that same video with power density, and you see up at the top, it says electrical output 28 kilowatt electric, and that's not 200 kilowatts. And you could say, well, it doesn't even go up that high, but I have a feeling at that point in that video they're kind of running it slightly above idle. And I think what they're doing, what they're focusing on is charging batteries for the Office of Naval Research. Because if you listen to the Monroe video, that's what they were doing in the same area. And it wouldn't make sense to put the generator at full throttle to charge a battery. And plus, if you're going to do it, if you're going to peg the generator at full throttle, it would generate a lot of noise. And if this unmanned vessel wanted to be relatively undetected, you want to not run it at full throttle because people would notice you and that would not be good. So you want to be relatively low heat signature, as quiet as possible, so you don't want very high electrical output. But there's people, I foresee that people at this earnings release is going to be asking about the status of the 200 kilowatts. Are there deliveries? What's the status of the deliveries? Are all the issues fixed? But they said in the previous earnings release, it's going to be done by the end of the year. And I would say, well, which year? Is it going to be 2026, 27, 28, 29? I don't know, because they have a habit of changing the years. While the multi-megawatt configurations could serve data centers, industrial facilities, and defense installations, the only thing I really see right now at the forefront is defense installations, because that's where the money's coming from. Unless there's a surprise, and if there's a surprise, it's going to move the stock price up, and people would get rich quick. But based off of what I'm seeing on the 8K, it's July 2029. And from all these press releases, there's no mention of how long this is going to take. There's no 36 months. There's no 2029 date. That's removed because that's negative. You want to focus on the positive stuff. Here's another press release from August 6, 2026, that it just reiterates the this is the exact number. It's not 42. It's the exact number. Well, approximately the exact number, because it's 41.699 million, and they just rounded it up to 41.7 million. But here in this picture, which is like it's not the real one. It's like a vision, the dream. It's showing 4 800 kilowatt units stacked together as one with 3.2 megawatts of power. Under the contract, HYLN would develop and deliver 2 Carno power modules rated at 2+ megawatts and 3+ megawatts scale, expanding the platform to support a broader range of U.S. Navy vessels and applications. These systems build on the company's modular architecture to meet the higher power requirements of naval and land-based missions. So you see them going from the 200 kilowatt base unit, instead of doing 2 times 10 is 2 megawatts. They're adjusting it to another variation or product lineup of 800 kilowatt building blocks. So 8 times 4 is 3.2 megawatts. So they're trying to push both product lines at the same time. And the criticism that he's going to be getting on the call that I foresee is, what about the base 200 kilowatt, what's the status of that? And he's good. Thomas Healy is good at answering those questions, but he's got to sell the vision, sell the dream to investors, because this is going to take more time, and more time requires more money. And then there's that S3 filing that's hanging out there for up to 500 million of funding. So it's pivotal that he nails it at this upcoming earnings release to sell that vision and that dream to get additional funding. Those are my thoughts of the upcoming earnings release. There could be a surprise that I wouldn't have seen coming. But I won't know until the earnings release if there's a surprise or not. But in my opinion, I don't see a surprise happening, but I could be wrong. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching.